license is to behold that you live the new life. You fight for freedom of a heart that's contrite. Even though I know we win the battle, yet I'm still in the wrong. Except for when I find myself in your arms.
My heart is glad that you've called me your own.